Right, now then, local man John Botting has launched a new food delivery app for us here in Maidstone. If you are, or if you have ever used apps such as Just Eat, well, you might be interested in this one. It's called Maidstone Eats. And like other brands, you download the app and then you can browse various different takeaway restaurants, you can look at their menus, and you can order and get it delivered directly to your door. So, what's the difference between Maidstone Eats and one of the national brands? Well, we're going to find out because John Botting joins us this evening. Hello, John. Thanks for joining us this evening. First of all, can you tell us a little bit about Maidstone Eats?
Well, Maidstone Eats is basically, it's not a new concept. So this concept was formed back about 2 years ago by a couple of cheeky university lads who felt that they could take on Just Eat. And they did it in their local town up in Barrow-in-Furness. It was pretty successful. After sort of 6 months, they started making inroads into Just Eat in Barrow. And they had a few exclusive restaurants that joined them. And then they had a couple of their mates that they were at university with, and they sort of got involved in it as well. And then they opened a couple of new towns, and it just took off. And after a year, they thought, do you know what, this concept, because it's so different in the way that they've set it up and the way that it's going to be working locally in each town, they thought this is a good idea to roll out across the country. About 6 months ago, they were ready to sort of start launching it elsewhere and bringing in licensees, which is what I am. So I have the license to operate exclusively in Maidstone, and that's where we are.
Thanks, John. And how would you define then the difference between Maidstone Eats and another national brand, say another competitor?
Okay, a few ways. Firstly, as far as the businesses are concerned, we are cheaper. So typically, if you include the VAT, unfortunately, VAT is included, we are just about half of the price of our main competitor, let's put it that way. We're talking about them saving £500, £600, £700 per week. It's a massive amount of money. Now, as I said, I'm not cheeky enough to expect to take all of their business, but if we can make some inroads, what we're doing is we're helping the local businesses keep more of their money. So that's the first thing. The second thing that makes us different is we're local. So the way the license operates, that it's only a local person that can have the license. And the other thing that makes us different is we're not dealing with the big boys. So we're not going to be dealing with the McDonald's and the KFCs of this world. We're working with the independent small business owners in each town that we operate in. And that's how it works. And the major difference, which does separate us, is we are putting back into the local community. So part of what profit I make, a percentage of that has to go back into the local community. So that is supporting local charities, supporting or sponsorship of sports clubs and children's clubs and whatever, and any sort of club. There's volunteers involved and things like that, sponsorship deals, things like that. And also we advertise the businesses that we partner with as well, free of charge to them. We don't cost them anything. We run competitions on our social media for them, where I put my hand in my pocket, and give away food prizes and things like that. If they want to join me, the restaurant or the takeaway, if they want to join me in supporting that, they can, but they don't have to. So there's lots of ways that we put back into the businesses and the local communities.
So I have to be honest, I've used the Just Eat app a couple of times, maybe. I mean, it's once maximum, maybe twice. And I think if I'm being perfectly honest, what puts me off a little bit is the cost to me, myself, personally. Is Maidstone Eats the same or is it different? How does the user and the consumer interact with it?
It's identical. So it's 50p. It's a service charge. We have to make these charges because there are charges associated with running it. So we absorb all the card fees, for example. That doesn't come from the businesses. So if anybody uses a credit card or a debit card, the local business is not charged that fee. That's absorbed by us. So there's transactional fees, there's the running costs of the app, of the website, and everything else that goes with it. So so there is a 50p fee. The only difference is on the marketing side is the fact that we are local and we're supporting local businesses.
So I'm just having a wee look at the app at this moment in time as you were talking there, John. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. I mean, I'm a tight Scotsman, so when it comes, to be honest, when it comes to forking out on top of the food, I'm probably the wrong person to be speaking to. But on the face of it, I mean, it's a nice enough looking app. And as you said, you work hand in hand with the community and you sponsor a lot of events as well. So by using the app, then I guess you're buying into that as much as anything else.
You know, if you compared us to Just Eat at the moment, we don't have as many restaurants on. That is deliberate. That is deliberate because the app is only just, we've just finished our second week yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's literally 14 days, it's 15 days old today. So I've deliberately not gone down the route of putting on loads of restaurants. What I wanted to do was work with most of those restaurants, all those restaurants are on now. None of them saw the app. That they had me walking in off the street into their restaurant, and talking to them about this concept that I had. And they've said, yes, I want to be part of it. I like what you're doing without even seeing the app. So I want to support those businesses because they've supported me and they've bought into the dream, if you like, of what it's all about. So there are other businesses that have already approached me this week, looking to go in, and I'm putting them off at the moment because I want to get these guys up and running. I want to get the app downloaded a lot more than it is at the moment, and just get the name out there so people recognize what we're all about. Then I just start bringing on a lot more restaurants.
And so if any of the listeners are interested in having a look at Maidstone Eats, what do they do, John?
You can either go to www.maidstoneeats.co.uk, and there you can click either the Google App Store or the Apple Store, and download it from there, or you just go on to either the iOS or the Google Play stores and just search Maidstone Eats and you will find the app.
John, listen, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Good luck, by the way, with this Maidstone Eats. It's really difficult getting a project off the ground, I know, from Maidstone Radio, but I wish you every success in the future. Thank you.